I want to know how music has influenced your life, and what do you think your life would be like had you not been introduced to the piano?
Well, first of all, I'll do the first part first. Music has been a great blessing for me, mainly because it's given me the great opportunity to do two of my other favorite things, to be able to travel and meet new people. My dad and I have been blessed to travel the country and even different other parts of the world doing motivational speaking, and when we do that, I always play a few songs on the piano. As for how my life would be like without music, I don't know if I'd be able to answer that question or not, because honestly, it's been a part of my life for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, yeah, because you started you started playing at 9 months, which is just crazy to me. I saw your video, and first of all, it's the cutest thing I've ever
Thank
seen.
you, thank you.
I mean, you can hardly even sit up, and you're playing the piano. So I'm curious, what do you think at 9 months old? Do you think being able to play the piano had anything to do with, you're being blind and having your other senses heightened as a result? Or how do you think that was possible?
Actually, it was kind of an interesting story, because it honestly started when I was around 4 months old.
Wow.
It was one time my dad was taking care of me while my mom was doing something else. I forget exactly what. And, he had me fed and changed and did everything that he knew to do. And for some reason unknown to him, I was still crying. So he's a music major as well, majored in violin and minored in piano at the University of Louisville in Louisville, Kentucky. So anyway, he came up with the idea to lay me on top the piano and play to quiet me. And we don't know to this day whether I liked it or what, but I immediately got quiet.
It did the
we
trick.
look back on it. We look back on it now, we think maybe it brought me to a whole new level of terror.
Wow. And so that was at 4 months, and then at 9 months, he actually, that's when they placed your fingers on the piano and you were just able to mimic.
At 9 months, when I was old enough, Dad took this old wooden high chair and put me in it, and put me in front of the piano, and thinking I might like it. He thought I might enjoy, sitting there and banging on the keys, maybe, seeing how much noise I can make. But I always played with one finger, kind of finding out, what note made what sound.
Ah, yeah. That's amazing. And when did you first start to play the trumpet?
I started the trumpet when I was 9 years old. Once I'd become pretty proficient with the piano and vocals, I was interested in pursuing another instrument. And in elementary school, in my elementary school, by the time you reached fourth grade, you could volunteer to be in either the band or the orchestra. And because of the way my arms are, they can't, I can't hold a stringed instrument properly, so the orchestra was out. So I joined the band, and I originally wanted to play the drums, but your body has to move in certain ways to be able to hit, these two drums at once or what have you. And my parents play the trumpet a little bit, so they gave it to me thinking, I might enjoy it and enjoy playing with the band.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite trumpet player?
I'm not really sure. They're all pretty good. There's Wynton Marsalis. He was good. Dizzy Gillespie was good. There's all kinds of good ones.
Yeah, I love Miles Davis.
Yes, he's good too.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
So how do you follow music in the marching band, where everyone, I'm assuming, and I really don't know much about it, but I'm assuming that everyone has to play the same song at once from, and they practice from sheet music.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And it's been really great. I'd like to, first of all, with the marching band, I've got to acknowledge Dr. Greg Byrne, the band director,
Yeah.
who insisted that I be a member of the marching band, because when I joined U of L, I wanted to be a member of their pep band that played at basketball
Yeah.
games. But the rule was, in order to be in that pep band, you have to be a member of the marching band as well. And, my dad was and I are hearing this, and we were thinking, sign us up for pep band. We were going to find a way to get out of marching band, but Dr. Byrne persisted. He said, as we got to know him a little better later, he said, he saw me not as a blind person in a wheelchair, but a trumpet player that could be a great asset to the band. And it's brought along a lot of great blessings. But back to the original question with the students, the students have been great as well. Like when I joined the marching band, they might say, for example, music's divided into bar lines and letters and things like that. And they might say something like, okay, we're going to play the fight song at letter B. So I could turn to the trumpet player next to me and say, okay, where is that? And he or she would sing the part, and I learned like that.
Well, I love the fact that he was your coach, right? The coach
Dr. Byrne.
Dr. Byrne.
He's the band director.
The band director.
Yes.
How, you were going to just try and do the pep band, and maybe you felt like you weren't able to do the marching band, and I love that he encouraged you.
Yes, he's been an absolute godsend, that's for sure.
Yeah.